been going fairly well. In 2004, Joy was born, and then we were greatly shocked when in 2006 we had Bethany and Elijah, and 2008 came Micaiah, and with every child and all the issues, we just haven't had the resources to do what was in our heart to do. Because of Josiah's seizures, we found out we were actually asked if we could train a seizure assist dog. So we started researching and working on that, and we've been able to place seizure assist dogs with families who might not have had that they couldn't let their child sleep in the room by themselves at night or even go to the bathroom by themselves for fear that they would have a seizure. But with a dog there, they have someone that can alert them, and it's meant so much to these families, and we love doing that, but we haven't had the funds to do that and take care of our family, and especially to make the changes that we hope to. This year has been our most challenging. Murray, earlier, and I don't remember what year he had in 07, he had to have another stent, maybe two, put in, and one of those stents closed down. And in July 1st of this year, he had to have triple bypass surgery because two arteries were very narrowed, and one of the ones with the stent, it was completely closed. And the recovery from that has been very hard. One of the main things you need to recover successfully is rest and a stress-free environment. And small home with 7 kids and dogs has made that difficult, but he's doing great, and I really admire how hard he is working for this family and how much he loves his kids and me. And another thing on top of that, Josiah was just diagnosed a little over a month ago with a kidney disorder that has caused him to gain 16 pounds in just a couple of weeks. And the doctors have said that it's a chronic disorder that will come and go for the next 3 to 4 years or longer. And when he is on the immunosuppressive drugs, he has to be very careful of being around anyone who's sick. And the day he came home from the hospital, Elijah started running a fever, and a infection went through most everyone in the family, including me, and we had to distance ourselves from Josiah, and it was so hard because if he gets a fever, we have to go straight to the emergency room, and he had to sleep on the couch because he couldn't be in his bedroom with his brothers, and that was so difficult. He was hurting from stomach pains from the disorder, and I couldn't even hug him and hold him during all this, and that just broke my heart. But he is doing, he's getting better from that, and we're just all trying to on and go ahead.
Yeah, well, one thing I wanted to add when we first met, my goal all these years, I've developed this training system that really, it's amazing to me how quickly it works, and my whole career goals have been to train someone to take over the business. And in '94, I became involved in Moldova, which is a former Russian country, doing some mission trips to a local church, and got involved in some orphanages over there. And at the time, I was running a high management group home, and was involved with severely emotionally disturbed kids. And it really rocked my world, because when I got over there and saw the children in such terrible environment and with nothing, I really felt like I was going to move over there and try to help. And so when I met Eve, which was training her basically to take over the business, so I've said several times, the bad news is, we put a lot of training there for her to take over the business. The good news is I got a wife out of the deal. But she's very good with the dogs. In fact, during my recovery time the last few months, I was not able to work for a few months. Her and a couple of the kids did some training because it's tough not having income for months. But in my involvement in Moldova, and through that, dealing with orphanages and buying shoes for orphans and helping different organizations help drive cars across Europe, I just really developed quite a love for the people over there. And so to me, I got back home, and while hurt me not to be able to provide a better home, because Eve had always grown up in nice homes, and I had nice homes as well. But my parents raised me. I was a hard-working guy, and with all this, to not be able to get out here and do some of the stuff, and have to have the kids carry bags of dog food, because part of the recovery process, you can't pick up by 5 pounds, and now I'm up to a little over 20 pounds, which the baby has just been a joy. I can't really, not supposed to be picking her up till hopefully soon, but it's just made it difficult when, you know, I have to get my kids to do things. And I've always been, you know, at one point, you know, I was at high school and pushed to go through college and graduate school, and, you know, I've always been wide open. And, you know, at one point I needed to finish school, and I did like 20, 21 hours for 3 semesters in a row while I was working full time, as well as the dog business. So as you can see, I was able to do a lot, and now it's really challenged us to have to cut back, and I almost do nothing for a while. But what our mission almost has been, we believe that, as she said, when we're involved in this whole ordeal with Josiah, you know, when you hear about a child having a seizure, that's, you know, kind of, you say, well, that's a tough thing. But when you actually live it, you know, when people call us now, it's amazing. They call us from all over, and we know, you know, what it means to hold a child with all the seizures. And at one point, I held Josiah in intensive care, and he had 87 leads coming out of his brain so they could determine where these electrical activity was coming from. And so when people call us, you know, I'd just do it. You know, we had thought for a while we were going to get grants and so forth, so we just, you know, there's, as you know, there's no shortage of dogs, and part of the mission here is, it's been amazing. We have some incredible stories where we've rescued animals and placed them in situations that have made tremendous difference, and we would like the opportunity to pursue that even more. And you know, the counseling ministry, counseling with people, they said sometimes it requires a lot of talking on the phone to share with these people, and it's made it a little difficult to holler, okay, Daddy's on the phone. And so it would be huge to have a little private space to be able to, you know, share with these people and help them. Because and also I got an idea, I did want to say that your show has been incredible. One of the few shows we even allow our kids to watch anymore. I got the idea with the cameras, the way y'all do it, to actually, we can give lessons when people are a long ways away and have a problem with their service dog, that with that type of setup in the office, I envision being able to show them with another dog to help them, and also have, our goal was to have a place where we could have the families come here and stay some, so that would keep us from having to travel all over the place. Because one important factor also has been with the children being able to help with the dogs. And you know, we can replicate, if we have a 4-year-old seizure child, we can almost pair the dog with the child, and that's been huge, because most of the organizations tell these people that are calling us they have a 2 to 5 year waiting list, and it's just so difficult to ask somebody to wait that long. So we'd appreciate you considering us.